googly eyes on. Hello. So anyways, scarf finished. This one's for my sister. Lovely. I'm gonna make my mom a scarf. I did not know that was in there. I'm gonna make my mom a scarf out of this one. I'm having trouble finding the starting point. I feel like I'm getting pranked here. Girl! Have this. You want this? You want something to play with? Yeah, don't go for my fucking toes! Get it together, mama. There's gotta be an end here somewhere. Also, I showered. That's why I'm in... That's why I'm in a robe. I always wear my silly little robes after I shower because I hate the feeling of wet hair. But I also hate the feeling of clothes on me for a while after I've showered. So, instead, I just hang out in a robe for a while. And it's been longer than I normally do, but it's nighttime. I did like an evening shower. I normally shower in the morning. So then like I have to get dressed because I gotta go do stuff, go places. But I don't have to go anywhere, so I'm probably just gonna stay in this. Have a cozy little night. Do my knitting. Well, no, that was 9, so now I'm at 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm done. That was 12. Here we go. Now to just make one long snake. It's a really nice yarn. It's also funny, I was grocery shopping with my parents today, and I get my yarn most commonly from the grocery store. And I grabbed it right in front of my mother, and she didn't. I was like, oh yeah, I want to grab, yarn for, to make gifts with. And I explained the other thing, but when I walked up, I already knew, well, my mom's gift was going to be socks, but then as I was trying to figure that out, it's too much. It's too hard for me. It's not in my skill set. So I quick decision while in the grocery store, I asked my dad, I peeled off to the side for a second. I was like, does mom like scarves? Does she have many scarves? And he's like, oh yeah, she likes them, but she doesn't have a lot. I'm like, okay, great. So I was like, and her favorite color is still green, right? Yeah. So we walked over, like me and mom were going to look for some Christmas toys and such while dad was getting food, sustenance. And I walked into the section, the first thing I grabbed was this green, real nice green yarn. It's kind of hard to see on thing, but it's a dark, it's kind of like, am I saying this correct? It's kind of like emeraldy. I don't know if I know emeralds enough to say that with confidence, but who knows? I grabbed it and I even was like, ooh, this is nice, feel that. And she was like, oh yeah. It's great. I had a backup plan. If she asked, I was gonna say that it was for Troy's gloves, because I made theirs green as well. But Troy's gloves are already done. Damn, it's been 6 minutes recording just this segment. I talk a lot, apparently. I mean, well, yeah, I have a 30-minute clip right now that I just rambled about Legend of Korra. I started watching the first couple of episodes, by the way, after that. It's the same night, currently. I see what's hard is that in these first couple of episodes, Mako is a really sweet character. He's a nice guy. You can tell he's reserved, you can tell he's grumpy, but he's nice, and he's he's worried about Bolin because he's in trouble. It's just something happens where he just keeps, I think, problem is with characters who are sort of loner, lone wolf style, grumpy, maybe a bit protective, whatever. Problem is that they have to grow. And to my memory, he doesn't change all that much to really call it a full character growth. And so he, his, I it's just like as we get to the later characters, especially because the show is all about character growth. You know, it's all about that. So as we, like, everyone else around him is maturing, is changing, he's still the same character we see in season 1. And it's like, okay, is there, like, can you do something else? Also, he's a shit boyfriend. He's a shit boyfriend to everyone. Like, all of his relationships, he's a shit boyfriend, and I think he just shouldn't be a boyfriend. I do think that's part of the point of the writers, because if you show every relationship you have is just yippee, good relationship, lasting relationship, whatever, like, it also shows a stark difference between him and Bolin. Because, like, Mako is sort of, like, super fly, you know, the kind of, like, the guy who's catching people's eyes. He's brooding. He wears his family scarf. He's got a soft spot to him, but he's a bad boy, you know? So it's like, ooh, ladies are gonna go for him. Then he's a shit boyfriend. It's like, okay, well, damn. Meanwhile, like, Bolin, like, I like him. I think he's got a lot of appeal. I think but he's, like, you know, the more awkward, the more funny, like, you know, sort of leaning on his humor for his charm, more or less. So, you know, it's like the guy you don't expect in the show to be Mr. Romance, and then he's having a bunch of, like, meaningful relationships with people, and he's, like, a real sweetheart. Welcome back to Benny's holiday knitting rush. I didn't get too much progress done on this one last night. I was tired. Plus it's a Saturday, or it was a Sunday night. I don't normally stay up too late Sunday nights because part of the friend group, like the online friend group, has D&D. And normally if I'm staying up late, it's because I'm, like, on a call or something. And I just didn't have much. My parents were off to bed and such, so it was like, I don't know, like 11:30-ish maybe. Yeah, I normally don't stay up too late because there's not much to do but be with myself, and, you know, that gets boring after a little while. I'm always doing that, so it's like 1, I've had food and washed my face and such. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do today. I know for sure I should get some more editing done because I posted a video about a day ago, but this is a time where I've got so much backlog, so I should really work on it to get things up to date. Yeah, because YouTube's real behind. Oh my goodness, what is this? Got a whole yarn situation to sort out here. Alright. Well, that's close enough. It's sort of just pushed over. But, yeah. Scarf. Progress. Yippee. Hello. Quick update. So, I finished my mom's scarf. Oh. There's the boy. Finished my mom's scarf. I also packaged up a bunch of other things, including different scarf I was working on. I think I showed you guys that. And also gloves I made before I got here. So now I'm working on my dad's and making coasters out of like a couple different glue yarns. Yesterday we had people working on the house, and they were supposed to be here, like, it was like there was a chance that they were going to need to do something in my room, but for the most part I would probably be able to camp out there, you know, like have my own space to myself, and then they would be out by like 4. What ended up happening is they certainly needed my room, so I had to move my home base. I like put my computer and chargers in my backpack and brought my mom's scarf down and just like hid in my parents' bedroom for a good while. What? No, I heard the music. You can't just move and then to make the music stop. But yeah, I hid out in my parents' bedroom for like most of the day. Again, they were supposed to, like, the estimate was like 4 p.m. they would be out. They ended up leaving at around 7:30. So 9:30 to 7:30, which was interesting. Yeah, it's alright. Here, I'm gonna put this in my bag down here so it pulls itself on its own. Yeah, but now this morning we woke up very early. It's the solstice day, it's the 21st. Happy winter solstice. Got candles going. We woke up very early and went to one of our favorite, like, local diners. So that was very fun. I got to show one of the, like, head workers a photo of a very tiny me, because we were talking at the counter while my dad was paying the bill. It was like, oh, no way, this is your baby. And it's like, yeah, it is. You know, I'm 19 now. And yeah, it was very fun. It was very nice. And I'm feeling like I'm getting to the last stretch. As nervous as I am for my last couple of Christmas items, it's not too bad. It's really not too bad. And this, I'm making squares, which for all of the patchwork stuff I've done recently, this is gonna go real crazy. Or real quick, not real crazy. I made this in like 37-ish minutes. I wasn't like doing as fast as I could, but I'm watching videos about the California Zephyr, which is a train that goes across the US. It goes through like 7 states in 2 days, and it goes between Chicago and San Francisco. And it's very scenic. It's very cool. I watched Safiya Nygaard's video about it, and I watched that yesterday, and I've been so interested about it. So I'm watching another one. This guy seems to be like a travel person, and like the whole video, what's the Downey Live? Yeah, the channel seems to be about travel. This is the only video I've seen. But yeah, it seems like a really cool experience, especially because I really like trains. I've been on one twice, and both times it was to Chicago. The first time was like when I was very much younger and with like family and such, and then the second time it was me and my parents. It was actually this summer, and I got a bunch of footage of that intending to make not exactly a vlog, but like a video, just like a sort of artsy video and less talking, more photos and music and whatnot. But I, never got to it, and that was what was that, the end of August? Yeah, I recorded that. It was like the second to last week in August, so it's just too late to go back now. But yeah, we're having a good time. I really like trains. And Union Station's a really cool one. Union Station in Chicago, I saw it at the start of this video because they took it from Chicago to San Francisco. Safiya's video took it from San Francisco to Chicago. But yeah, they showed off like Union Station a little bit. It is a really gorgeous place, especially compared to... Now look, I love my city. I love my home. I love my place. The Detroit train station, at least the one we took, the Detroit Amtrak station, it's a place where you can get on a train. And it's a place where you can wait for a train. And it gets you where you need to go, and you'll get on a train. I can promise you that, and I can promise you the train will take you places, but if you're looking for snacks and lounges and stuff, I don't know if maybe there's a different Detroit train station, but the one we went to, the one downtown, there's a room, and you can wait there, and you can get on a train. But yeah, I think this would be such an interesting train to take, to be in 2 days in a train. it's funny because I'm watching the video and during one part of it they're like, well, there's kind of not much to do, but look at the scenery now, and I'm like, I've got so many like very physical hobbies. I mean, like, you know, we have so many things that I could use, I could do to spend the time. I think I would survive great on a train like that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be looking at the scenic view as well, but also I'm gonna be knitting like crazy. I know even just on the Detroit to Chicago train, which took way less than 2 days, it took like a couple hours. I think it was more like 5. So saying a couple implies like 2, 3. It was a little bit more than a couple, but still, it was a much shorter train than this. And I was knitting. I think I brought my Switch and I played on that for a little while. Yeah, like I had a lot of stuff to do. I had a book I was reading as well. Got through most of it on that train. I was talking to my parents about knitting and about how, like, we were talking about knitting in crochet. My mom learned to crochet and I've learned to knit. So we were talking about how very, like, wildly different it is, and how, like, while yes, both of them use some sort of metal tool and yarn to create things, and people often associate them, if you know one, learning the other after you have already learned the other, that the phrasing is weird. I'll use specifics. Like, in my example, I learned knitting first, so learning to crochet is the devil's work. I've got a hook, I've tried, I can sort of make a chain, but it's not helping. Hello. Okay, moved on to my sister's gloves. Finished all of the coasters. They're all like a little bit, they like end up a little bit smaller as you go up for my dad, which is cool. For my sister, I'm doing Wonder Woman gloves, so I'm gonna do the yellow base and then do a little design. This, make it the like W thing. It's this, and then the scarf for my niece is my only things left. So I've been moving. I've been going. Today's been a lot of knitting. So my hands are going to be tired. Also, we got some food coming on the way. I got an ice oolong, which will be nice. Yeah. I've been just like basically watching Legend of Korra and doing all this, which I hate episode 5. Like, it's so, I'm not gonna tell you why, but I hate episode 5. I understand it's important to the plot and I like how it resolves at the end of the episode, but it sucks to watch. And then episode 6 I really like. It's very fun. It's, you know, what is that? Oh dear. Yeah, it's real interesting. I like the first season for some things, and I dislike it for others. Like, a lot of the character development, a lot of the character traits that I really love happen, or like, especially like relationship dynamics happen in later seasons. But season 1 is also, it's also nice, you know? Yeah. Okay, this is my outfit. We're going to Bronner's. I'm very excited. Wait, most of you are not from Michigan. You don't know where Bronner's is. It's like a Christmas museum. I don't know fully how to explain it, but I'll probably have photos and videos. But yeah, I did my nails last night. This is the best of the snowflakes, but I tried to put snowflakes over the red. Yeah, very excited. Going with my brother and sister-in-law. So, whoop. Hello. So, it was the night before Christmas, and I still had a fuck ton to do. We had our, extended family holiday, like our extended family visits today. Today's Christmas Eve, 24th. Tomorrow afternoon, we are doing our family Christmas. So, this is for my niece. I need to finish that, and then I also need to finish my brother's. I need to make my brother's coasters and finish my sister's gloves. It is currently 9 p.m. I'm about to put Tiger Balm on my knees because they hurt like hell from being in a 5-seater car with 5 people. But yeah, I've got a fuck ton left to do. I haven't been catching up with clips, but I've been knitting. Not enough. I don't know why I didn't take this in the car with me today. I could have had it probably near finish. My mom joked with family that she has not seen me without knitting needles in my hands for about a week. So that's very fun. I probably should have started it like sooner, because I started doing my things a couple days before. Like, I had 3 pairs of gloves finished for my brother, his wife, and my grandma finished before I even came here, but I feel like I should have started sooner with stuff, because I've done a lot here, you know? I've been watching a lot of Legend of Korra. Like, a lot. Like, more than I thought I was. I finished season 1, and each episode is like 20 minutes, and each season is about 12 episodes. I'm sort of halfway through season 2 now. I think actually a quarter way through. So I've watched 5.5 hours of it, which isn't a lot considering how many days I've been here, like how much free time I have while on break. But it is a lot for how much it feels like I've watched it. Like, I feel like I haven't watched that much. But I have a lot of opinions. Right now, Mako isn't such a dick. Well, actually, no. Right now, he's, like, I'm in the partway through season 2, and he's getting to his dick era, where he's, like, he fucks up, where, like, he's a cop, and he's very clearly cop, right? Like, he's very, he gets into it very much, and then he does shit that, like, counteracts, like, moral responsibility and friendship bonds in trade for, like, doing better as a cop. So, and also, it's also, like, that's actually less of my problem with this era. It's more that he feels very self-important. And it's like, everyone around you is also doing important shit. Asami is running a business. Korra is dealing with a damn civil war. And, like, with a lot of, like, what's it called? Like, with betrayal, but not only betrayal, like, an incredible, like, injustice, you know? Like, she's finding out, like, her uncle is, as chief of the water tribe, is, like, really using his power for wrong, so, like, really getting fucked over there. But also, like, the way he treats Bolin frustrates me, because it's, like, at first, when Bolin's still trying to do pro bending, he's, you know, struggling, whatever, but then Bolin gets into this movie star business, and Mako couldn't care less, and it's like, okay, so you're grumpy when you have to take care of your little brother, and when he can't take care of himself, and then he gets into this industry where he is making money, he's getting some fancy things, and he is taking care of himself in multiple ways. Is Bolin easy to trick? Multiple times throughout the series, yes, but Mako doesn't know that. And that's the shit that gets me. He doesn't know that, and still he's a dick about, like, and he's all grumpy about his brother doing work. Like, I don't, I don't know what you want, dude. Like, it just sucks, because especially in, like, there's also multiple scenes where end of season 1, you know, like, Korra has this major discovery, this major, like, healing moment. Is the ending a little bit, does it give her a win a little bit easier? Yeah, but that's a flaw of the show having to be pre-planned for it to be able to end. But then he's fucking there. He shouldn't have been there. Should have been like Tenzin if anyone was there, but I think she should have had truly that time alone. Tenzin's like, we need to be patient, you know, she's gonna be mad about this, like, you know, give her some space. And this dickhead doesn't listen. No. He goes out to this spot where she's having a breakdown. And then she's like, she sees him and she's like, I love you. No, you don't! You met him months ago. And what he's done in those months is date another woman. That's not how love works. It's not. And if it's how love works for you, hey, sorry, you're stupid. Oh, Brandy, that's me. You're stupid. And it is mean. And I'm being rude. And I mean that to be mean. And I mean you to take offense and you to internalize that and think about it. And it's something that is in so many shows that I hate. Like, I like romance. Hi, Mama. I like romance. I like love. Boy, would I really enjoy if a lot less shows were about, like, falling in love, but it's not even, it's like falling in love through, like, long stairs across silent rooms and mysterious people. No, fuck that. Give me a show where someone's, like, dating and they fall in love as they're dating. Shit like that. Like, don't put me through this shit where it's this complicated thing where they can't be together, but they want to be, and they don't know how the other person feels, and ultimately they confess each other. Like, no. That's not love. It's infatuation. It's affection. But it's not love. Love takes time to cook. It takes time to develop. It's not that easy. Also, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I put down the needles. I can't do that. I cannot do that. It's not an option tonight. I have to keep knitting until this is done. Anyways, I'm gonna put on some Legend of Korra. I am enjoying season 2. Season 2 is something I really enjoy, like Janora's interactions. I also really enjoy, like, I enjoy the talk, like, I like how it's about spirits. I like how we got good in-depth things about the 3 elements that Aang goes through training with. I like how the books don't go through, like, Korra dealing with things within the main 4 elements. I like that the chapters or the seasons are, like, their air, which we didn't get to see in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and their spirit and change, and I think, is the last one Unity, or is it? I think it's Unity. But it's named after these, like, aspects of the spirituality of bending that are present, but that we don't, like, you know, we get more into, like, more sort of, like, in-depth about, like, how does bending work, and why does it work, and how do we make it work over time. You know, we get a lot more of that, like, pushing the limits post-Aang era. Which makes sense. Because the main 4 of Aang's era were definitely pushing the limits of what a person could do with these abilities. Like, Sokka without bending, but he was pushing the limits of being a warrior. He made it, like, he mastered elements of, like, being a warrior from multiple different, like, not only just, like, the main 4 bending types, but, like, from multiple different cultures. He, like, went and he found a lot of different places, you know? It's like he and he's it's so I think he's pretty cool. But like I enjoy seeing that, like, especially with like metal bending, with Toph inventing metal bending, and then we see it used as like very practical uses within like Lynn's officers, or like Suyin, am I getting her name right? Suyin, like her place. Just in general, they use metal bending a lot. Like, we get these in-depth looks at how people have pushed the limits, like starting with the gang, you know, with Aang's crew, with the main four. From there, they started it, and then we see how people continued it, you know? I'm gonna go watch some Legend of Korra, and I'm gonna hope that this knitting gets done quicker than I expect it to. See ya! Okay, hello, it is 12:15, Christmas Day. Our celebration technically started 15 minutes ago. People started arriving, and food is probably laid out. I just finished my brother's gift. It's a can cozy, from Mountain Dew cans. It's a little bit... It's a little bit foreskinny. It's a little bit condom-like. But you know what? That's fine. It's done. So I got stuff to wrap. Then I've also got to get dressed, because I'm not wearing these pajamas to Christmas Day. No, fuck that. But yeah, I did it.